Unforgiven, how are you? Your commissioner, dedicated, undisclosed location, two times champion, two times, two by two, back to back, on your back, no matter what. Can't take it away. Can't say anything. Remember, only me and Falco can talk. I welcome you. Week one recap, and what a week this has been. I let my hair down, whatever hair I have left. Commissioner, ready to go. This season, we're going to have sponsors every week because these reports have become so popular. Maybe two people are watching them. So this week's sponsor is Swiffer, heavy duty. And yes, I needed a lot of wet cloths this week one. So this program is brought to you by Swiffer. No pun intended. All right, so let's get to it. First of all, notables, right? Things that stand out from week one. Does it really matter who we draft at round one? Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. Now, the millions of drafts that took place in the ESPN universe and other fantasy football leagues and platforms, same people usually, with the exception of Travis Kelce, of course. Same people are drafted, same players, similar rounds. We call it the ADP, average draft position, right? And I gotta say that with the exception of Tyreek Hill, and of course with the exception of Barkley, Shaquan Barkley, yes, lost. What a pickup. And they were not top one, two, or three, right? With the exception of these two, everybody else was from bad to pedestrian. Even Bijan Robinson, say what you will about 15, 16 points. We're talking about 3 TDs total for Shaquan Barkley, Tyreek Hill being Tyreek Hill, even after he was arrested, detained that morning. So does it really matter? McCaffrey, I don't want to put this down, as another GOAT pun, but he got goated. McCaffrey got goated, and he sat. And I don't know if he will be sitting for the next game as well. And yet, brilliant move picking up Mason GOAT. Hats off to you, if I had one. Fantastic. Great. Didn't miss a beat, right? With Mason. The other notable for week one is the Swiffer really onto something? 131 points? I mean, yeah, not the highest, but among the top three, right? Top four, if I'm not mistaken. And here we are standing in awe, Swiffer, because you might become a Swiftie, but the jury's still out. Can this last? Was this a fluke? Was this something that, is a forecast for better things to come for you, your first time in the league? Very impressive start, but can it last? I have a feeling that it might. Although it was a wonky draft, you got Jonathan Taylor in there. See what happens. And who were your high performers? Let's ponder upon that. For example, who were those high performers that you actually depended on, right? I mean, that's what matters the most. And if we look at it, it's worth taking a minute to talk about Swiftie here, the newest member of the league, and what she accomplished, which was remarkable. 131 points. Of course, Falco fell flat on his, you know what? I'm not going to say it. I thought it was Josh Allen. Picked him on the third round. Not bad. And you got George Pickens, and of course, Alvin Kamara. Who would have thought Alvin Kamara would blow up for 21 points? Everything else was okay. You take this out and you have a normal performance. So can these two carry you to extravagant wins? We'll see what happens. So, two very close matchups. Mine and lost, mine and Zafar's was way too close until the very last minute where the freaking 49ers allowed them to freaking score. Even without that, it would be 2 points away. It was a true Monday night thriller. By the way, thank you for nobody actually giving a damn about the chat, about making comments, but that's not news. And the other two, not so close. Okay, pretty much, in the bag before they even started, especially with Glendale Goats getting those 21 points for Mason, the undrafted, the undrafted replacement of McCaffrey. Rather peculiar week overall, no? So just like Falco said, man, my top scorer was my kicker. Aubrey went nuts. So speaking of that, all of us have kickers. Now, whoever has Zurlane, Tucker, Butker, and Koo, sounds like a bad name for a band. The four tops, right? They were in single digits. How is that even possible? I gotta tell you, this is peculiar because we should have drafted the kickers better with the new rule and the way the NFL operates right now with the kickoffs and the returns. All you gotta do for a good quarterback is to go 40 yards deep, 6 plays for that matter. And then you got a field goal. And if your kicker is good beyond 40, that's all you're doing. Boswell, 6. Aubrey, how many did Aubrey have? I don't even know. 4, 5. Mine had all 50 yarders. 3 of them. I mean, it's a lot of points. So we got to watch out for that one. The kicker position is becoming invaluable. Anyway, the commish, the 2 rings, man, not a strong draft after all, huh? According to ESPN, I may not just be there yet. But we need to point out that, for example, Saxon the City, right? And it's important until Jordan Mason, I think that's his name, Jordan, right? Mason, from the 49ers blew up. Even without that, strong draft, but very low. Olavi 3, Kittle 8, Pittman 7, Cleveland defense 9, and the kicker 9. And then on the bench, Chris Godwin with 22, but that's about it, right? And then you get Brees Hall with 17 and Jalen Hurts with 23. But the second team that I thought had the best draft, the GOAT, really shined. Although, again, Cooper Kupp, benefiting from the exit from Nakua, what's his name? When he got injured, hold in another record performance for 110 yards. So, Lamar Jackson, okay, but are these flukes? We'll see. Gotta spend a little bit of time on Ace of Spades. What a win against King Henry. Oh my God, what a real nail biter. Mine and Safar's and then yours. Walking into, things are falling. Walking into Monday Night Football. And of course with A-Chain being injured already and having, the anxiety, am I going to do well? Is King gonna catch up to me? And lo and behold, right? You have a night that Wilson doesn't do as well. That's the most important thing. And then that's not enough for King to make a comeback. And of course, Zurlane, 1 point. It's the only kicker that had 1 point. 1 field goal changed the whole game, right? Anyhow, those are the notables for week 1. Commissioner doesn't look good. Ace of Spades looks solid. GOAT looks solid. Swifty Swift looks good. We gotta admit, Falco, myself. King Henry looks great. And we have to note here, closing this segment, and we're going to go to predictions for a second segment. The following: side bet week 1 winner, drum roll, by far, not Zafar, but by far the GOAT with 395 total yards from Lamar Jackson, 112 on the ground. Congratulations, GOAT. Not only you won profoundly, replacing the injured McCaffrey for Mason, brilliant move, but you also had the most yards with the quarterback. So week 1 side bet goes to you. And you're also the highest scoring team. That is amazing and to your honor. On other news though, you did not get 3 out of 4 in your predictions. You got 2 out of 4. So I'm expecting your name to change immediately to something bitch ass mosquito or something like that. Okay? You gotta be ready to honor the deal. We got a deal. So that's the week one recap. We got 4 teams on the top, 4 teams in the bottom. Second week is upon us, and now I'm gonna leave you with, I guess, our new slogan for the league, which is "Kick it, and you will win it." Trust me, the kickers will make the difference. The way this new rule is working. So until the second segment, Commissioner out. Oh, Commissioner Jr. is saying thank you for your well wishes. It was his birthday. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to make it a good week one. We're talking now, we're consulting. I don't know if we're gonna make any changes. We're gonna wait to see if our players break out week two. But until then, Commissioner and Commissioner Jr. out.